It's been a couple Saturdays since we did something that was new. I got my last two sealed sodas. Now, these don't have chases, but these are pretty cool sodas. And I also have a pickup I picked up off of SlapshotPops, whatnot. And come back in a second and we'll show everything off. Be right back. Morning, evening, afternoon, whenever you're watching. It's been a couple Saturdays since I've actually done anything new. Did some shorts here and there, but I have two sodas. Now, we're 1 week away from San Diego Comic-Con starting. Well, less than 1 week whenever you're watching this. They have not announced any at-home box of fun yet, which is really concerning me. Now, by the time this is being watched, they might have announced it, and that's all good and so forth. But right now, it is bothering me. Some of the things they are slowly trickling out. Some of the things are very possible. Some things are I gotta try to get, and some things are why. Let me know your thoughts down below of what you have seen this year so far for the San Diego Comic-Con drops. And what are you trying to go for? Alright, so before I rip into these, we are working our way to 750 subscribers. That's my goal before the end of the year. We are only 20 away now from 600 whenever this is being recorded. So, if you have not subscribed yet, down below there is a subscription button and also the little bell next to it. Click on that and that tells you anytime I drop a video or a short. I get Instagram and YouTube confused. A lot of times too, when you see a short on my YouTube, it has also been posted on my Instagram. So, especially here lately with SlapshotPops. Now, speaking of that, I did win one of the giveaways. Now, that has not made it here yet. That was let known a couple days ago. I expect it'll be here probably early next week. But we'll talk about it when we get it. Alright, so first of all, let's talk about what my giveaway was. Well, first of all, they're going through and they're doing soda breaks out of soda boxes. These were soda games. And they came up with one I did not have. I did not ever pick up a Yakko from Animaniacs. And, of course, too, there's every 6. If they don't pull a chase, what happens is they roll a die. And if your number comes up, you get a chance to pick from some chases they have offered. Well, first of all, this came up first. So this was the Yakko that was pulled. Of course, this is a common Yakko. And I think, can number 5. So after everyone had theirs open, they rolled the die for a chase. Well, they rolled the die for a chase, and number 5 came up. So I don't remember what the 3 they offered, but the one that stood out, and this is one too, it was hard to get by itself because it was not offered by itself. They had the Chase Blacklight Rocksteady, and I'm pretty sure this was from the cooler, if I'm not mistaken, because the normal Rocksteady was normal coloration and the Chase was Blacklight. Since this was Blacklight, this would have been the common that was purple. This is what I got. So, I picked up the Blacklight Chase Rocksteady Blacklight. So I was beyond happy with that. So shout outs to John and Joanne at SlapshotPops. Check out their Whatnot. They do it every Monday and throughout the week, off and on. But Monday's always a consistent thing with them. So check them out. Link below somewhere. All right. I have 2 sealed sodas that have been sitting up here on my wall since last fall. I have 2 Fright Night sodas. One of them is Mr. Hyde. Now this is not the flocked one. This is just the regular one. And I also have one of the Blacklight Freddy Funkos that was out 3,000. Now I do have a couple of, well, I have another Blacklight one. I believe this one was out of 4,000, so this was the lower of the 2 counts. So first thing we'll do is we will check out the Mr. Hyde Freddy Funko. Now, why are you opening these for Seth? Well, there's no chase to them, and I want to see them. I know there is a... Now, I do have, of these sodas, I do have the Glow Dr. Jekyll, but I don't have the common one. That's more numerous. So, with each of these, it's just out of how many was on the can. So this one is Mr. Hyde, is 4,000. I can get these up on my soda wall. Some of the sodas they are showing for San Diego Comic-Con next week. Oh my, what's your thoughts on them? Some of them we'll try to get. So there's Mr. Hyde. Now there is another version, I think out of 3,000 instead of 4,000, that he is flocked. So his hair is flocked. And so there's Mr. Hyde. And lastly, and this is the one I want to really get a good look at. This was the 3,000 piece Blacklight Freddy Funko. I'm pretty sure these were still in the at-home Box of Fright, or I think it was called Box of Fright back in the fall for New York Comic Con. I passed on those at the time. I have picked up some pieces though, some pops, and also the so Freddy out of 3,000. And we'll try to put a blacklight photo of this somewhere in the video here. I'll get it this evening, and before this is published, show it off to in terms of blacklight. I do have a blacklight shot of Rocksteady, which has already been stuck in the video somewhere. Alright, so this is just a different variation of the Blacklight, or the Freddy Funko from Fright Night. There's one with the yellow shirt, which I think is the most common, and then you have the one that was Blacklight with somewhat of a pale face. Now you have the one that is yellow. So there's a couple sodas that I have not opened up yet. And so let me know what you think. What do you think about New York Comic Con? Not New York Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con that's going to happen here next weekend. What are you planning on trying to get? And I don't know. A couple of days ago they dropped some Demon Slayer pops. I only got one of the two that was out there. They had the checkout queue up. It said 1 hour after I got in there, and all of a sudden it went from 1 hour straight to checkout. So whatever the time is on those checkout queues, don't trust them. Just be aware and pay attention, because they'll kick you to checkout, and if you're not paying attention, especially with a big con like this, you will lose whatever you got in your cart if you're not careful. So be ready on this. Make sure you log in first before they drop it, so you're logged into the system, so you don't have to log in and then it's going to be a, yeah. All right, so thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't yet, and we're almost at 600, so we're about 20 away from 600. 750 is my goal before the end of this calendar year, so let's see if we can get there. All right, so until next time, ladies and gentlemen,